Yo, what is up, guys? Joker here bringing you a day 2 recap for Torchlight Infinite Season 9. If we go ahead and we throw on the dummy, we have, I want to say, a little less than 200 million deeps. We did go ahead and kill Traveler 7. Honestly, there's not going to be a clip because you've seen Traveler 7 with low DPS, right? You literally just run around in a circle for about 4 minutes. Let's see what our damage actually gets up to. We're about 240. And, well, actually effective like 175. And we're about to make another transition into using the blind vision helmet, and we're going to be respecking our tree. The reason for this is because I feel like we're just going to get a lot more damage doing this, and it seems like everyone's doing it. Plus, we're using wind projectiles in our links right now anyways, so this opens us up to essentially just having a 7-link main skill. And there is a new belt that I'm debating buying. It is the, let me see what it's called again. It is the Dawn Break. It gives you fervor on the belt and you get 1% additional damage per 2 fervor, which is kind of nutty if you think about it, because that's just like a free 50% increased damage right there on top of giving you fervor. If we go ahead and take a look at the character, we did finish crafting most of the gear, right? We managed to get our T2 weapons. Our sword has flat damage, dex, flat damage, and then attack speed, elemental damage, crit strike. And our dagger has crit strike, elemental damage, attack speed, dex, melee damage, and physical damage. And our rings are essentially damage, stat, damage, resistance, and this one over here is damage, energy, shield, stat, resistance, crit strike. We are actually relatively close to crit cap if we are not crit cap, because we have 78% effective crit chance and we are using Tyrant Smoldering Hand, which gives us lucky critical strike. So I believe we're super close, if not at 100% crit. Same belt, same false god skin. We finally crafted a chest plate and it's essentially just stats, damage, resistance, crit strike, right? And then we have our opening helmet. We corroded it and it gave us 18% max life, so it was pretty cool. We did it for the journey and we ended up actually getting something that does help us out. We showed the damage. Let's go over to the links. I think we already showed this, but we have Frostbite, Wind Projectiles, Freeze Chance, Steamrolled, Haunt, and Ice Infusion. We have a candle that has +1 Shadow. I don't know how to read, and I didn't read this bottom line, 2% chance to deal 99% additional damage. I'm reduced damage, essentially, for every 1 Shadow thrust. So that's kind of shitty there. That's kind of huge nerf. I need to buy another candle as soon as I can. But they're like 200 FE right now. And then we have this candle that just has Ellie Res and Shadow Strike skill damage. Using Life Source with Residue, Restoration Charge, Critical Charge. We're using Spiral Strike with Crick Mobility, Periodic Burst, and Hardened. Then we have a Charging War Cry, Extended Duration, Preparation, Biting Cold, Preparation, CDR, and Terrain of Malice. We have a Cuteness Focus. Once again, this just feels like it's too good not to use in any attack build. Then we have Fearless, and then we have Cruelty, and we have Swiftness. If we go ahead and take a look at our tree, that's not our tree, this is our tree. It's essentially the same as it was. We're going Goddess of Knowledge with Chili and Insight. And then we have Prophet with Frostbitten. And then, no, we don't have Frostbitten. Yeah, we do have Frostbitten on. No, we have Frozen Locust. It's telling us to take Frostbitten. And then we have Blade Runner with Joined Forces, and we have Sentinel with Last Stand, because this is just like super fucking strong. If we go ahead and take a look at our slates, we have a pedigree that dropped when we killed Traveler 7, and it essentially works, right? Because it has the 18% attack damage when dual wielding, spell damage, and then the new balance is critical strike damage for every point of chaos, and it has Silent Realm. So essentially, we have 50-50. So we just get like a free 20 crit multi there. So that's pretty cool. Obviously, better slate would be nice. And then we have some really nice and cheap when I bought them crit strike, crit damage slates that I bought for like 1 FEE, right? And then I have attack speed, crit strike rating, attack speed, crit strike rating, crit damage. The newest thing I added is crit strike rating and +1 shadow, and then it just has some damage. And then we have this Goddess of Deception with sealed mana compensation and attack speed, right? The main reason why we have this is because without this 3% reserved mana compensation, we don't have mana, so we can't consume mana, so we can't do Valkyrie's Hymn, right? So we need to have at least a little bit of mana, because essentially when we use skills, what happens is it always tries to take mana, right? So like for the example, if we go here, this is how we're charging our Mercury Realm and everything. Except for we have the mastery where our skills don't cost any damage. So that's pretty cool there. Hero traits, we leveled up our hero memories to get us level 2. This was a huge DPS increase because this went from a 15%. No, not this one. This one. It went from a, is it this one? Yeah. It's at a 35% reflect, and it was 25, I believe. No, it was 15, and we went to 25. Next milestone is 35. But yeah, 10% additional damage essentially on bosses from our realm of Mercury. Well, bosses and anything else. Our pact spirits are the Valkyrie Night Patrol, the Azure Gunslinger. We actually pulled this chick this morning. I woke up, I had accumulated enough pools, and I clicked the banner and it gave it to me. So that's dope. For our third pet, we're just using a green leaf lizard because it's attack damage, attack speed, and attack crit, right? For our drop pets right now, we are just using quantity pets. And the reason for that is because we are farming Dream, which is actually really good in my opinion. I've heard a lot of people saying it's bad, but in my opinion, it's been really good. I just farmed like 500 FE between last night and this morning using it. But we're essentially taking all of the Dream nodes, and then we are taking Netherrealm Resonance, because the mobs that drop the Queen's Embrace, they are a boss mob. So they have the chance of just dropping us a shit ton of Netherrealm Resonance and Winding Keys as well. So that's cool. Then we have, I believe that's all of our points. And then in our Profound Constellation from Traveler 7, all we're doing is taking the Netherrealm Chaos Invasion starts, better cards are drawn, right? And right now we're running this in Time Mark 7. Why is that? Well, that's because we don't have a comfortable amount of damage for Time Mark 8, right? We're trying to boost it, but it's still too low. I would like for us to have like another 200-300 million plus deeps, right? I want to be at least half a bill before I try to farm Time Mark 8, at least effectively. I wanted to go ahead and jump in a map real quick to show you one more thing as well. Okay, here it is. The League mechanic actually pairs fairly well with the Dream, because you can get lightning, and the lightning will just go ahead and essentially clear this at the same time, as well as when you're running back and forth to kill the bodyguards or whatever they are. It will spawn the Dream mobs, which means that you complete Dream at the same time, essentially for free. So really, really useful, really helpful. We're going to go ahead and clear this. Overall opinions on the League mechanic so far, we've only done it up until T7, and it's okay. I mean, it's not the greatest, but no league mechanic really is under Time Mark 8, right? So we're going to try it in Time Mark 8, see if we get a better opinion. We tried some last night, and it did not go very well. So we just dropped down to Time Mark 7, and we're like, you know what? We're just going to farm until we have enough damage. Okay, and then here we are at the map boss. And that's essentially what maps look like. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to stay up to date with this and future content. We're going to do this for, like I said, about another week. Then we'll have some currency making strategies. And then we are going to probably start watching teaser trailers for Season 3 of Last Epoch and Season 2 of Path of Exile 2. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Until next time, take care.